Alright, so starting things off, here's the first Pokemon that I'm going to be Wonder Trading. It is my 5IV Egg-moved Sneasel. Now, you guys probably recognize this is the Weavile that I have been using. I used it a lot more in the past than I do now. However, I love this Pokemon. This is one of the many siblings to that Weavile. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the trade button, and we're going to see what I get from the Wonder Trade for this. As I have no idea what I'm really going to be working with as a team, this is probably going to be the first real hint that I get. I'm hoping, really hoping, that it's not something absolutely terrible. Now, for anybody who doesn't already know the rules, I'm going to kind of throw a couple down here. I won't be keeping doubles, so I won't be running like Greninja if I get all Froakies. But I also can't change the Pokemon as far as breeding goes. So I can't do new IVs, I can't do new egg moves. What I get is what I get. I'm looking forward to this, as it's going to make me have to change up some things. It's also going to give me a huge opportunity to play with some Pokemon that I might not normally use. So I'm going to find out a lot more about that here in just a moment. Now, wow, it is taking forever. You couldn't find me a trade partner. Aw, terrible. So now I'm continuing with the attempt. Last time it told me it couldn't find anybody to trade with, which is absolutely terrible. I was really hoping that I could grab something for this. I don't mind, obviously trading off these Pokemon. I got Jordan from Scotland. Let's see what the Scottish Jordan has for me for my Sneasel. Now, goodbye Sneasel, you will be missed. So I get my first Pokemon's Ralts. Okay. So it does possibly have some Mega potential, I believe. I'm not totally certain. However, this is the first Pokemon that will be added to my new team. Oh, man. I will be sending off yet another Sneasel with Icicle Crash Punishment. I do believe it learns Punishment by level. However, it is nice to not have to level the Sneasel. So I'm going to go ahead and trade this one off as well. We're going to see what I can get in return. Hopefully not another Alt. Although I would be able... I guess I could pick the better of the two if I got two of one. So, maybe that would help out. I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that there are some Pokemon that I just don't get in this. I actually don't want Magikarp. I know that might shock a lot of people. But I'm not a huge fan of Gyarados, because electric type is a thing. So off goes Sneasel to Nicholas, and Nicholas is going to send me a Caterpie. Okay, I actually like that. For those of you who don't know, I started with Gen 1, and I was a huge fan of Butterfree. I loved Butterfree, great Pokemon. So, looking forward to using this Caterpie. Chinapan. Next up on the list to go, 5IV female Zubat. It doesn't have any egg moves. I'm actually shocked by that, because it should have Defog. I might have leveled it out. Yeah, I did level out the Defog. So whoever gets this, feel free to tutor it back to it. But this is actually one of the parents of my Crobat, which you guys know I love to run. It's a great Crobat. It has a lot of fun doing nifty things, such as cross-poisoning things that are resisting poison. I was really bad whenever I played with that Crobat, realizing it in retrospect, obviously. But this is what's going to go up for my next Pokemon. Now, I will be bringing a lot more legit things next week. However, I really didn't want to show you guys the team I'm running tonight early. So I didn't want to give out too many hints to that. I might do one. I might show one Pokemon that I bred for tonight's team. Now I get Emolga. Oh, okay, so Emolga, I can work with Emolga. I could use a nice electric type. So, that's not Emolga, that's Pachirisu. Getting the wrong name, right type, as Emolga would have been flying, which would be interesting. But Pachirisu. Next up on the trading block is Frillish. Now, you all have not seen what came of my Frillish. You all have not gotten a chance to really get to interact with that yet. It's not for tonight's team, but it is a little bit of a preview for the future, as that Frillish didn't end up making The team I was going to put it on, originally I was going to put it on the Trick Room team. I felt like it fit in very well there. I might bring the Trick Room team back with the Frillish at some point, but for today, I'm going to trade one of its siblings off for Wonder Trade Wednesday. Now, obviously, as you guys might have noticed, that Frillish, 5IV Frillish, is carrying Cursed Body the same as its sibling. I won't tell you guys if it's a brother or sister, but as its sibling, you may one day get to see my Jellicent. We have yet to find out. But in this Wonder Trade, I am receiving... Oh, please be good. Please be good. I've gotten Pachirisu, Ralts, and... What was the other Pokemon I just got? I swear it was a water type. No, it was Caterpie. So, off goes my Frillish for Trevenant. I can do that. I can definitely do a Trevenant. So, if you guys don't know, I just traded Ghost for Ghost. It's kind of awesome. I am bringing Trevenant next Wednesday, if we can bring the Wonder Trade Wednesdays. So, let's see. I mentioned the Mulga earlier, so I thought I would trade this one off. This one's actually not a Pokemon for my team. I bred it for someone else. I do breeding every once in a while whenever I do have free time. It's been a little while since I had some of that. But this Emolga, running the motor drive, it's hasty. It's got all of, well, it's not got all of the IVs that you would really want it to have. But it is a very, very solid Emolga. I am going to send it off in the Wonder Trade. I'm going to see what I get back. Because so far I have Trevenant, Caterpie. I just traded off Frillish for Trevenant. I traded off Sneasel for Ralts. And I have one more. Wow, last time I couldn't remember the other. Alright, so I've got Nicholas from the US. Nicholas, let's see what you give me for Wonder Trade Wednesday next week. As I'm really looking forward to this. Emolga is going out. Oh, please give me something good. I got Sneasel. It would be really, really funny if it was the same Sneasel. I would laugh. Because I know not a lot of people run Weavile anymore, but I'm a fan. I might keep this one a Sneasel, just because how much of a pain it was for me to get the last Razor Claw. But Sneasel's on the team. Now, someone is probably going to be feeling a lot trolled on this next one. This is my hint for tonight. I'm trading off Arkin. It does not have the proper IVs. However, I'm guessing that no one has ever thought about running this Pokemon before. This one is a Lonely Defeatist with 5 IVs. Now, whoever gets this obviously is going to have to breed it to get anything semi-useful out of it, as its evolution most people do not enjoy. But this is my hint for today's team. Now, we're going to see what I can get off for the Arkin or Archin, because I do call its evolution Archeops or Archeops. I do switch back and forth. I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but I just kind of go with it. So, Arkin is going for, hopefully something good, as we have Trevenant, we have Caterpie, Ralts, Sneasel, and one other Pokemon. I will bring a recap at the end to let you all know what I got, as I did kind of look at the Sneasel just a second ago. I got an Eevee. Oh, that is great. So an Eevee will give me the ability to kind of switch things up, maybe run something different from the norm. We shall see. But Eevee is the last Pokemon for the team, so make sure to bring those likes for Wonder Trade Wednesday so you can see what I do with these 6 Pokemon. Alright, now I will be bringing you guys an update probably later on this week as to what each independent value is for the Pokemon, as none of them are marked. But for next week, I currently have Ralts. Now, I'm not sure of Ralts' egg moves. However, I'm willing to guess that Heal Pulse is one of them, unless it starts with Heal Pulse. Now, Ralts was the first one that I got. This is obviously Japanese Ralts, level 1, Brave, Synchronize. I'm going to see what I can do with this, as this one's going to get kind of interesting. Next up, we have Chinapan, or Caterpie. It's French. It has Shield Dust, and no egg moves. So I'm going to see what I can make out of that, as I actually do look forward to running this Butterfree. I might be able to do some fun things with it, just depending on what's going on with its independent values. Now, up next is Pachirisu. Pachirisu has no egg moves. It has Pickup, and it's hardy. I may use this for some weird things. We're going to find out. I have some ideas for some of these Pokemon already. As I did not get... I was really worried about getting type heavy on one side. I was worried about, oh, well, what if I get all Magikarps? I actually did Wonder Trade once for 3 Magikarps in a row. So, if I had Wonder Traded for a Magikarp, a Froakie, and a Squirtle, I would be very water heavy and not too terribly happy about it. But this is a pretty balanced team. Up next is Trevenant. Now, Trevenant is a natural cure Trevenant. It is level 50. It might have some EV training in it, although you can catch them wild at level 50 out in the woods. So I'm not sure if this is a wild caught one or something someone's run before. Looking at its move list, I would almost guess it's something someone's run. Just due to the Forest Curse, Destiny Bond, Phantom Force, and Woodhammer, that looks like something that somebody would build, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But up next, we have Sneasel. Now, I did take a peek at this Sneasel. I kind of like it, just because someone egg moved it beat up. Now, this is a move I've always wanted to play with. This isn't a great team for playing with that move. However, I might be able to do something nifty with this Sneasel. We will most definitely find out. And last but definitely not least is this Eevee, with adaptability and no egg moves. Obviously, I am not going to be turning this Eevee into a Jolteon, as I already have one. I don't intend to run something you guys have seen me do before. So I'm going to try and change it up. Not to mention the Pachirisu. I mean, a Pachirisu and a Jolteon, you don't really need 2 electric types so that Earthquake can ruin your day. But this is a team that I'm going to be bringing next Wonder Trade Wednesday. And as long as you guys can bring me 15 likes, I will most definitely show you what I can do with them. Until then, I will see you guys later.